My name is Scott Ingalls. I'm a sergeant with the San Rafael Police Department and currently the crime scene investigation team leader in San Rafael. We got a wonderful opportunity to come out and work with the kids here at Camp Chance. Rebecca Kuga, the Youth Services Bureau leader, puts on this camp every year. It's a fantastic opportunity for the kids around Marin County to get to know their local law enforcement officers, and it also provides us a chance to come out and show them what they do. And the reason that that's important is because if we, as a police department, we can be handling lots of functions and providing a huge community service, but if the community doesn't know about it, it looks like we're not doing anything. So this is an excellent way to bridge that gap, start when kids are young, and also provide them a chance to see what it is that we do on a day-to-day basis, because there can be a huge misconception between what people think we do and what we actually do.
This camp is something so special that the kids get to taste everything, both physically as well as literally. So they get to eat 3 square meals a day, they get to swim in a pond, they get to experience the beach, they get to develop friendships that they haven't had with people that they've never met until Monday when the camp starts, till they go home on Friday and develop new friendships. This camp has a skit night, this camp has a campfire, this camp has a closing circle, this camp has experiences with law enforcement that they'll never ever probably experience again in such a good way where it's not threatening.
We have definitely grown over the years, and this program touches a lot of lives, and it changes a lot of lives. And I've always said that kids are the future, and this program is designed to give kids a chance at being productive citizens and helping them stay on the right path.
So the reason a lot of these kids can be considered at risk is the fact that they don't have the opportunity to go to summer camp every year if it was by their own means. A lot of these kids are, or some of these kids grow up in communities where there's a lot of factors that can derail them to go into a bad lifestyle, to hang out with people that don't have their best interest in mind. I know that was a big factor for me when I was growing up, is that I couldn't just go to regular camp every year because it's so expensive. You know, a lot of these camps, can cost from anywhere from $500 to $1,000 just for a week. So I think the camp like this is really great for these kids that, to invest their time in something that is worthwhile rather than be on the streets during the summer.
Being an at-risk kid means that they don't have as many privileges as other kids in Marin County. They might be from broken homes, divorced parents, they might be neglected. Some of their parents are in gangs, or their family members could be in gangs. Fully nourished with the right foods that they have to eat. This camp really gives them the opportunity to get away from all that stuff, and this becomes their safe space.
A lot of the kids out here have a hard time with law enforcement, and so when we have somebody that hasn't really shown respect or hasn't shown even just appropriate behavior to someone that's a little older, it's probably because they haven't been shown that, or what they've been shown is a pattern of behavior that's not particularly appropriate. And it's so much easier in this setting to sit down with a kid and say, hey, I want to hear about why you believe this. And you turn it back around on them, and it's non-confrontational. It's a chance to not have any type of boundary or wall between the kids. You can just sit and say, hey, tell me your story. I want to listen to it. And 90% of the time, the kid's willing to engage.
My name's Diego Chavarria, and this is my 4th year being here at camp. Probably the best thing that I like about this camp is that how officers and all these other people who do a bunch of law enforcement connect with these kids. And I think it's just a really beautiful thing, because all these kids are seeing, the other side of cops. They're not just, police officers going out and arresting people and, you know, taking people away from their families. They're actually, you know, they're people too, you know, and it brings, you know, a lot of kids having more confidence in officers and knowing, like, you know, they're not bad guys, they're good guys. And so that's, you know, that's the thing I love about this camp and how it moves people, you know.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and it's my first year at Camp Chance, and I really like it because there's a lot of nice people, and the cabin leaders are cool, and the food is good, and we do fun things like go to the pond and archery and all that, so it was really fun. My favorite part was archery because I really like archery, and I'm on the all-star team for archery, and it just makes me feel really happy where I can just be in a quiet space where I can shoot things because I like to shoot things.
Hi, my name is Blanca. I'm a first-year camper here at Camp Chance. My favorite things at camp were the police dog, the policeman, the fingerprinting, the SWAT stuff, the pond, canoeing and boating. My favorite thing about the SWAT team meeting was that I got to try on the SWAT uniforms and play with the mechanical car. Hi, my name is Edgar, and this is my first time being here in Camp Chance. Favorite part of this whole week is pond because we can swim and be on the kayaks or canoes. It was great being around the cops.
So Camp Chance to me is an opportunity to be a role model of what a strong person is, of what somebody who cares about their community is. And just as a female in law enforcement, we're kind of rare, but we're becoming less rare. And I think it's important for kids, both boys and girls, to see someone in this position and who can do the job and do the job well.
I heard it, same thing, I've heard it every year, and I've been coming here since '08. Kid goes, oh my gosh, she's a cop? And I love it. That's the best thing that completely epitomizes this program, is that the kids see us as big campers, they see us as maybe a counselor, they see us as a grown-up, but they don't see us as a uniform. They see us as a human and a person first.
So as being a law enforcement officer, there is a stigma, there is an image that gets portrayed in a lot of ways. And my main focus about coming up here and trying to be the best role model I can possibly be for these kids that are at camp is I want to show them the true me, right? I want to show them that when I am here like this, I am who I am. And I want to present to them and tell them when I see them that the same person that I am here is the same person that I am when I'm in uniform at work. I want to be that guy that people respect and look up to and trust and can make a definition about who what their definition of law enforcement is by seeing what I put out to them.
You see these kids they've come through this program, and you start seeing them progress from being 11, 12, 13-year-old kids to kids who are now high school, college graduates wanting to be not only in law enforcement, but working in probation, working in the community, going off to do things that they aspire to, and them coming back and saying thank you and being appreciative of the camp and what it gave to them, what it gave to their family, and how you've kind of inspired them and kept them on the right track.
So I wanted to come to Camp Chance because I'm a fairly new deputy, I'm fairly young, and this is something that I really would like to be involved in. I would like to see kids in our community grow as individuals, as adults, as they go through school, through middle school, high school, see them grow, see them understand different things, and be able to approach us as, human beings, seeing that we're humans just like them. We have families, we have siblings, and they can relate to us, they can talk to us about things that they might not have an adult in their life they're able to talk to, and they can come to us, and that's really great, I think.
Me coming to this camp has kind of encouraged me more into having, knowing more about law enforcement, and I think that being an officer is because I'm a little, I'm heading off to freshman year and I'm a little bit, confused on what I want to be, but law enforcement is kind of like something I'm really interested in now, so.
a lot of officers there, I have made really good relationships with them, and they're encouraging me to go to the police academy once I'm done with school, and I want to be a police officer after that. And after that, keep coming to this program, this Camp Chance, and be a big kid and be a cop with the younger kids.
With all the doors that open, coming to camp and being able to meet everyone that I now know, I have now the opportunity to be a police service aide with the Tiburon Police Department, and that is going to open doors for me to go even farther whenever I want to promote and be somewhere else or be something else. And I think that if I had that first door not open at the very beginning, coming here as a camper, not knowing what to do with my life or not knowing where I'm going to go, I don't know where I'd be today.
It's literally all it takes is one kid. We joke about that it takes one kid to have a positive experience to push it onto that next kid. And then that next kid, who knows who they're gonna talk to. Kids are a perfect way to disseminate information because they talk to everybody, and you get one hooked and then they come back and then they keep coming back and then they bring 3 or 4 more. And it's this great, amazing snowball effect to get them out here and get them confidence, and then they become cadets and they become deputies and police officers and social workers, and it's like, well shoot, that one turned into 50, and it was as easy as just getting them out here for a week.
It's so hard for me to put camp into a definition, but I will say, this needs to exist. Our kids need this. Our kids are our future, and our kids are who are gonna take care of us. And I get speechless talking about camp because I love this place.
Every single dollar that has come into this camp has been used wisely and has helped the child. I know it helped me when I was a camper, and I know it's helped so many people that come here and want to keep coming here every year, even just to help out. You know, some of the CITs come as volunteers, and they're willing to volunteer their time just so they could be a part of this. You know, if we can change at least 1 or 2 people's life in every single camp that comes here, I feel like we've already made a difference.
I think we're becoming victim to our own success because over the years the number of children has increased. We historically were between probably 60 and 80 children, and then it went 65 to 85 kids on average. In 2017, we had 122 kids, and in this year, 2018, we have 111 kids who showed up Monday morning to get on the bus. It costs on average about $850 to send a kid to Camp Chance for the 5 days. So we were sustainable when we had, 65, 75, even 80 kids to bring out. Now that we're 111 kids, 120 kids, our resources are definitely getting stretched. We have brand value. Kids know Camp Chance. And the issue, of course, is with fundraising. This program is supported by donations from citizens and business owners. We get a small donation from the County of Marin, but that's about it.
And appreciative of all the donations, but if they'd actually come out and see actually what goes on at this camp, the magic that happens, and the things they do, and how it changes them for the better in the long run, I think it'll bring more and more donors to wanting to help these kids who are, unable to afford camp with these families.
I would like my legacy to be that this program continues to grow, that it continues to keep kids involved, to give them a chance to have a good, productive life. And to do that, we need to continue the fundraising. We need to improve upon the fundraising and have some commitments from organizations and donors who are moved by this program as I am, as many of the folk who are involved are. What happens out here is authentic and forges relationships that last a lifetime.
I would really like to thank all the officers for coming out and spending their time with us and all these other kids and inspiring them to do things and teaching kids that cops aren't always bad and that, you know, showing them that they can be normal people as well, you know?
My favorite moment from camp was coming to camp, and I like to thank Rebecca for letting me come back this year again, and I hope you'll let me come back next year so I can relive this moment.
For the officers for coming out, and also just giving our free time and being here, giving us a chance.
My favorite part of this experience was probably beach day today, because it gave me a big chance to hang out with all my friends and to experience another side of them that I didn't really know that well.
This is probably the strongest community that I've ever seen, and from the day that I showed up here 2 years ago, this entire community and group of people embraced me with open arms and has made me feel included and special, and I'm very thankful to have been a part of it.
Every time I come back here is just so amazing. It's something different each year. I love this camp so much. To be honest, without this camp, I really don't know where I'll be right now.